Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night, wherever you are in the world. I hope this finds you well. And welcome to Ski Bum Trading, providing you tools and insights to sharpen your edge on the icy slopes of the markets. Like, subscribe, and if you enjoy the content and want more detailed analysis, consider joining the Ski Bum Trading Discord server. Link for that is in the description below. This is going to be a quick comment on um, Wyckoff Distribution and why it is important to consider Wyckoff distributions, but it isn't always as simple as it appears. Very often we see this sort of schematic or this sort of price action come in and it fails to break down um, below the support lines and ends up not going into a longer bear market. And we can look at other examples of this on other assets, for example, Amazon, Ethereum, Nvidia. One famous example where last cycle Bitcoin did a pretty perfect Wyckoff distribution at its first peak. Um, Preceded a drop, but it actually wasn't the Pico top of that cycle. Of course, we know that price set a new all-time high after that. And if we look at, for example, Amazon, this could look like a Wyckoff distribution. If we go ahead and see what happened after this, it clearly wasn't, and price continued higher. So anyone who looked at this pattern here and thought that this was the last point of support and thought it was going to break down got it very wrong. We can also look at Ethereum here. It looked potentially like it was going to break down. This was in 2017. Ethereum actually just continued higher, much higher. So anyone who thought that it was breaking down here, got it very wrong. Um, Same as Nvidia. Nvidia right here looks like it's going to break down potentially. Um, and it did not break down. So when looking for Wyckoff distributions, it's not as simple as just seeing something that resembles this and then assuming that that's going to play out with certainty. So when I look at the CASPA chart right here, um, although I can see people's what I can see what they're seeing, to be fair, and why they feel the way they feel. But at the end of the day, um, it's not as simple as that. So it's possible that this back test here is similar to what we saw here on Amazon, similar to what we saw here on Ethereum, where back tested that region, similar to what we saw on Nvidia. Um, so this is just to point out a few examples where being um, primarily focused on finding a distribution pattern might be wrong. And we can also look at running flat patterns, for example, and just show that a running flat as well might be more closely what we end up seeing after this plays out. Of course, we'll see how it plays out, but we can still kind of see the potential for this, especially if we look at a weekly time frame on the line chart. We can see that price is, as of now, simply just back testing this all-time high that was set in November 2023. As you can see in the running flat pattern, it doesn't need to simply wick off of this perfectly. It can dip below. There's no rule saying that it can't fall a little bit below here. Um, you know, the markets are malleable. It's not like there's any hard and fast rule, but we can see that this pattern is also something that might end up playing out. We can also see that this sort of pattern is very similar to what we ended up seeing here and what we ended up seeing right here and what we ended up seeing right here. So something to keep in mind, we may not end up having a distribution here, especially when you consider that the market cap that would be needed for CASPA to reach, for example, 5 cents would be severely, in my opinion, undervalued. And I'm guessing that other people also feel that way and that there's going to be enough demand that's going to show up and lead to higher valuations in the end. So, hope that helped. That was a quick comment on what I think about the Wyckoff distribution schematic as it relates to CASPA at the current moment. Additionally, if you are just discovering my account for the first time, part of the reason why I did exit the market last cycle peak was, in fact, because of the distribution on Bitcoin. Part of the reason why I entered the market down here um, was because Bitcoin was below the 200-week moving average, something that I waited a long time for much higher prices. So I am a swing trader from on high time frame, and that's what I do. So at the moment, of course, I'm very much aware of the possibilities that could be playing out in real time here, but my bet is that this is actually not a Wyckoff distribution and that it is something more of like a running flat, something that we've seen in these examples here, Amazon, Ethereum, and Nvidia. So hopefully that helps. And if you want more detailed analysis, feel free to join the Ski Bum Trading Discord server. The link for that's in the description below, and the link is available via the Patreon. The Black Diamond tier includes technical analysis, and you can chat with me in real time about the charts. And I'm here to help with any technical analysis questions you might have on TradingView. So feel free to check that out. And otherwise, thanks for watching. Hopefully this was educational. Like and subscribe if you'd be so kind, and feel free to drop a comment below, and I'll do my best to get back in a timely manner. Take care, good luck, be well.